Hello everyone. Welcome to our replay of Sonic 1. I don't oh, I remember why. So, if you were here for the beginning of the Sonic Marathon, I had some trouble with this game in particular, running with the way that I was, recording my screen. I didn't have OBS at the time. I didn't know how to use it. I didn't realize it was going to be as simple as it is. And the videos ended up being very, very poor. Excuse me. So, I figured, well, one, to add a few more games to the list, and to also, give it another chance. I decided to, replay Sonic 1, and then I will also be replaying Sonic 2, because that one was even worse, I think. That was even worse of a video. So, that was not even remotely good. So yeah, let's see, where is my... I don't actually know where it is. It was here before. Maybe I missed it. There it is. So yeah, so I'm gonna be doing Shadow in Sonic 1 for the Sonic 1 playthrough, which you may end up seeing later, like in a different game as a different mod, But I mean, this was the the simplest mod that I could find that changed, enough of the game to where it was, a little bit different. So I mean, we got Shadow here, it's got different animations, things like that. One of the big reasons why I wanted this one is because it's got the spin dash in it, which, I mean, not that I can't play without the spin dash, but playing without the spin dash after, playing Sonic 2 is really difficult, actually. Especially on, like, this version, or not this version, like the real version, like the Genesis version, where you don't have save states or anything like that. You can't fast forward or rewind. It's really difficult, So I am gonna go for all the Chaos Emeralds, not that it really does anything. I've already checked to see if it gives me Super Sonic, or Super Shadow, I guess in this case. It does not, which is kind of a bummer. It would have been a little bit better if it did do that, but, not a big deal. It's kind of nice to go back to Sonic 1, after playing all these crazy games, that I have such a hard time playing. And then I'm just, right back where it started. Also, I will be fast-forwarding maybe a little bit in certain occasions, or maybe rewinding sometimes, if I get hit or something. Excuse me. But I'm gonna try to keep it to a minimum, just so it's a little easier to watch, Like right there. So I'm gonna rewind until I fix my mistake. Which, I mean, ends up taking a lot of tries, so. Which is also the bummer of not being able to, of not being able to rewind and, in the original version. Just because you can't do stuff like that. I'm just gonna get this one up here. Be careful here. I actually played through quite a few mods just to see what was the best. I didn't want to change up the game like entirely, but I also didn't want to make it like super bland. Like I was just playing the original. I wanted to change something up at least. Uh-oh. There we go. So yeah, so I decided on this mod because, it changes up some of the looks, and it gives me the spin dash. a lot of the other mods that changed stuff up didn't actually give me, didn't actually give me the spin dash, which was kind of stupid. You know, I figured that would be a super easy change to do. Never been a huge fan of these special stages. I mean, overall, I'm not really a big fan of any of the special stages. I kind of hate all of them. I think my least favorite being maybe this one. Come on. Okay. Well, at least I gotta continue. Not that I'm gonna need it. I'm not gonna die. So. I've actually yet to try to get all the emeralds in the base game. I'm going to at some point, I'm sure, but you know, these are the hardest of the few to have to do. I mean, all I have to do is just play them a lot and, you know, get used to it, but sometimes it's difficult. I actually had a... Oh, that was fine. I had a mod that that added like an air dash kind of thing, and it didn't add the spin dash. I was almost going to use that one if it had the spin dash, and I didn't stay long enough to see if it had supersonic. But I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and go on a limb and say it did not. So, like, there needs to be like one like super big Sonic 1 mod that, like, you know, it it adds the spin dash, it, you know, maybe adds a different kind of move, maybe the drop dash even. I think that's a thing somewhere. You know, things like that. You know, all of the mods, they're just like singular things most of the time. I haven't played this game in a while. It's been a little bit. I mean, I guess since last night was my first time in a while. You know, there's just no reason to play Sonic 1 that often. Other than, you know, for recorded sakes. So, as everyone knows, Christmas is coming up here soon. Oops. Christmas is coming up here soon, and I've actually discovered that Christmas is on Friday, which is pretty cool because I will be releasing a video on Christmas. I mean, which doesn't mean I'm going to be recording on Christmas, it just means I'm going to be releasing something on Christmas, which is not a big deal. I can do that. I mean, I can finish a video in real quick. But my plan is to start recording Sonic Generations on Christmas Day. Or at least the video that goes up on Christmas Day will be Sonic Generations, the first part. Which will be cool. I'm very excited to play that game. I don't know how long that game will take me. It really just depends on... I don't know. It really just depends on, like, really everything. Because that game is not difficult to me anymore. I can blaze through that game, you know. Even the harder stages that I've found difficult in the past are pretty easy for me now. So now it's just a matter of, you know, playing it. That was close. I actually don't know why I did that. I don't even need the thing anymore. So yeah, I don't know if I'm going to edit this video down or if I'm just going to, you know, keep it the way it is, because it might be short enough for it to just not matter. It depends. I mean, it might be easier just to do it in full. Wow, that was close. It might just be easier to do it in full. Come on, get to the things. It might be easier just to do it in full because, you know, one, I'll be able to do, I'll be able to do, you know, well, I'm obviously not going to take 2 episodes to do this, but it would make sense to play the whole game and then edit a bunch of stuff out, you know. I'd rather make this like a long play video like it was before. So I'll probably name it like, you know, Sonic 1 Replay, you know, long play. Replay, long play. A bit redundant. I hate these little rotation things. They get in the way. There's like no good path to the frickin' things. In some ways, I kind of like the... Good lord, just get in there, dude. In some ways, I kind of like the Sonic 4 version better because you control the entire stage. It's a little easier to, you know... Come on. It's a little easier to, like... I got a 1-up? Really? I've been in here that long? It's a little easier to maneuver around because you're not trying to use, like, gravity and everything here. You can just, you know, if you're getting ready to move, you're getting ready to hit something, you just, you know, move the stage out of the way. It's really easy. And there's a couple, like, I don't want to call them exploits, but, like, you know, easy maneuvers that will, you know, get you, around a little easier. So... I mean, it does take a little bit of quicker reaction time, and the only bummer about the Sonic 4 version is that it's got a timer on them. So it takes, you know, a little bit more effort to try to complete them. That was cool. So yeah, I don't know what to talk about. I mean, I usually never do. I think my Sonic Heroes playthrough went well. I think it went very well, actually. What can I talk about? I played a show on Saturday night. That was pretty cool. Didn't go as planned entirely. I mean, it was about to, but then didn't. But no biggie. Not a big deal. I just gotta talk to the guys in the band and tell them, you know, like, hey, we need to work this out. Because, I mean, they know I'm a very professional kind of musician. So, a lot of things that I do, I try to make sure, you know, are the best that they can be. Really? Will that work? Yeah, it will. Whoa. So, you know, I kind of have to persuade them sometimes, you know, like, hey, don't do this, you know, and they're a bunch of, like, you know, 20-year-olds, you know, and I'm a 17-year-old, you know, I'm telling them what to do, you know, so they're all, you know, smoking and drinking and all that, you know, being wild, you know, and I'm just like, hey, can we focus more on the performance and things like that, you know. They don't know a lot about, like, how to, I don't know. They don't know a lot about like proper musicality, I guess. I don't really know. Because the guitarist, she knows how to play. Obviously, she's not a bad player. I mean, she's not amazing, but she's good. You know, I wouldn't ask for a better guitarist. That's not the thing. It's the way she builds her tone is not entirely like amazing, you know. And for the style that she's going for, I get it, you know. But it's impossible, really. Did I just almost say that? It's impossible to understand, or I guess not understand, like listen to, you know, in a way, especially live. It's really hard to listen to live. You know, because I'm beating the crap out of my drums, which I'm the drummer, obviously. I wouldn't be anything else but the drummer. You know, I'm beating the crap out of my drums, and they're super loud, you know. And I've got nice drums, too, so they, you know, they ring out, and they're nice and poppy. You know, and I also, once again, I beat the crap out of my drums pretty much every time I play. There's never a night where I don't destroy my kit. Come on, man, just get in there. Thank you. So, you know, and with the way her guitar sounds, you know, it's really difficult for people to hear it in a live setting, because my father has gone to two of 3 of the shows, and the most recent one he said, you know, which is her name. I actually might cut that out. Let's just call her C. Her name is C. C, her guitar was just like buried. So, you know, and the bass player, same thing. His bass was not very audible. That sucked. Okay, maybe I should just wait. So yeah, I mean, and I can understand, you know, her not having a very great, like, guitar amplifier. What? What? You know, which she will hear eventually. But, you know, even then, every time that we do a show, I tune the bass, because, you know, we have very low tunings, so, the bass player can't really hear the tuning very well, which I have an ear for, like, you know, super low notes, you know, or really any note, honestly. You know, I don't have perfect pitch or anything. I can't, like, name a note immediately. I have relative pitch, which is pretty good, still, even. So, you know, I can name a note, you know, relative to another note pretty quickly. I mean, not as quickly as someone with perfect pitch, but, you know, still. I don't need perfect pitch, really. I can still tune things by ear pretty well. You know, I can tune things by ear. I know when things are not in the tuning they're supposed to be. Things like that. But anyway, I tune the bass. Sometimes I tune the guitar. Last night I had to tune the guitar because, for some reason, she thinks that it's a good idea to let someone, you know, give you their gear because it's better. For one thing, the guitar had an entirely different amount of strings on it. We needed a 7-string, and she gets a 6-string from this dude, all because it's got better pickups or something. I don't, and she doesn't realize that it's not really always down to the pickups. It's down to the guitar amp sometimes, you know? Like, I've got guitars with terrible pickups, or I guess not terrible, just not amazing. And I get a good tone on it, and it sounds great. you know, or I get a guitar with really good pickups, you know, and it makes a simple tone sound really good. You know, it's one complements the other, you know. So, but even then, I've gotten a halfway decent guitar on a halfway decent amp to sound good, because I know what I'm doing. That sucked. I don't know how in all of this area they don't give you any rings. I don't understand that. It doesn't make much sense. But anyway. So yeah, I have to set up the tone for her pretty much every night, that we play. You know, and whenever we practice, I think the tone has been worse, actually. She's got a pedal board that, someone built for her. You know, actually none of her own pedals. At least I don't think they're any of hers. Come on. I'm in a very huge pickle right here. Good God, just die, you stupid crab meat. Wow. This is where I start to get impatient as a Sonic player. I don't really like these things here. Like, they stop you from jumping, and there's no point in having that there. It's really dumb. Anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I need to talk to her about, like, how to build a good tone, you know, and why the tone that she's looking for is not, you know, it may be suited for the sound of the music, but it just doesn't work live, you know? It just doesn't. You know, and I'm not going to go ahead and say that this is all my own idea, you know, my dad talks to me all the time about music stuff. He's the whole reason I play music. Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. Part of the reason I play music is some of the bands I listened to, you know, as a younger kid. You know, I listened to, like, you know, Avenged Sevenfold and things like that. You know, and eventually I listened to the Dream Theater and stuff. So, you know, I was super inspired by that kind of drumming thing. And then eventually I wanted to do guitar and everything and all that, so. But, like, some of the stuff that I do, at least, come on now. Some of the stuff that I do is pretty much based off of, why can't I jump? It's pretty much based off of, you know, stuff that he tells me to do. You know, or stuff that he, you know, gives me advice on. So I mean, I have him to, what? I have him to, you know, to, credit for my knowledge of music. But still, I mean, I have to be the one to tell the guys, like, hey, this is what we're doing wrong. And, you know, we can't keep doing it. There we go. Which, you know, we have practice on Thursday. I have to tell them all about stuff, you know. I gotta let C know, you know, I gotta tell her, you know, like, hey, we gotta change your tone sound, you know, we gotta set one thing and just keep it. I also gotta let them know about, like, finishing songs, because we actually have a few songs that we play live that aren't actually finished. And that's not even a joke. Like, I have to, like, do something special to end the song. And they have to, you know, listen for me to finish the song. So, I essentially end a few songs. You know, I mean, there's a couple that I don't actually end, but still. I'm just gonna fast forward through this because I don't like waiting for it. There's something down here. There's not. Wait. Yeah, there is. It's cool. There was no point in doing that, but whatever. I was gonna go ahead and get that shield, but I don't really need it. I'm sorry, I just got real quiet. I'm just thinking about stuff. Yeah, I gotta tell them all about, like, the tone stuff and the, not drinking or smoking too much, or really at all, would be better before performance, focusing on a good headspace, because afterwards, like, they couldn't even be bothered to, count our money correctly that we got after the show, and they're like, oh my god, how are we gonna split this? Like, just divide it. Just divide it with how many bands played, and then you're done. It's like really not that hard. And they're just, all cooped up on the drugs, Which I'm sure in their mind they're not doing all that much, but from me being, one, an underage kid that can't drink anyway and doesn't like to smoke, or doesn't like really any kind of drug, it's different for me. And they're all, they're all that kind of thing. They're all that kind of person, they're into that stuff. And I'm not. I'm not gonna say I don't like have sips of alcohol, but not like hard alcohol, not like, well, one, I don't drink, like, I don't drink like, super hard alcohol, I've taken sips of like, like Corona Light or, Guinness, things like that, which is not the end of the world. So, and even then, other stuff that I drink, that I've tried, is all, like, super light stuff, like 2% alcohol, and it's, like, nothing. So, and I don't even like alcohol, anyway. But, I mean, other than all that, just, I'm not a big fan of all that, I like being in a good headspace, not that I can really do anything about it. But I like being in the right mindset before I go on stage, It's just being responsible. That was weird. It's just being responsible and professional, and I've mentioned this to a few people. Different people have different definitions of responsible. Drinking 2 beers and nothing more might be responsible, but in my eyes, drinking no beers is the most responsible. So, but some people don't roll with that, And what can I do about it? I'm in a band with a bunch of people that are older than me, I can't really tell them what to do. Obviously, their parents, I think, are okay with whatever they're doing. At least the guitar player, the one that smokes the most, her mom is kind of okay with the fact that she smokes, supposedly. Which, is fine. I'm not gonna judge parents, but still, I would, much rather just, there's, no sort of drugs, being passed around. That was easy. But yeah, that's just my little tangent about my band that I'm in. I mean, we don't sound all that bad, but, we don't sound bad after I tell them how to not sound bad, is the only problem. I really wish for them to be more independent on, like, their music stuff, I want them all to think for themselves. I don't want to have to be like, hey, don't do this, or hey, you have to do this, things like that. That's just not fun. I don't like being told what to do. and that's why I know how to do things on my own most of the time. So I can run my own world. So I mean, I know how to. I mean, at least I kind of know how to play drums correctly. You know, I know what sounds good, what doesn't. You know, I've got good metronome, at least internal metronome. You know, I know how to play guitar. I know what guitar sounds good and what doesn't. I know, you know, how to properly build a tone. Same thing goes for bass, pretty much. And things like that. You know, the only thing that I don't know the most about is singing. But even then, our singer is like, our singer is not a fantastic singer, and I'll admit that. But he's not doing it on purpose. I mean, but for the style that we do, it's okay. And you know, as long as the crowd is happy, which obviously, I mean, it is, or if the crowd is happy, he gets compliments for his performances all the time, and as do I. You know, but I've also been told that I and the singer seem to really be the only two, like, professional guys that, you know, that take what they're doing seriously, you know, and we really focus on the music side, not just the performing side, just, like, literally the music side, you know, like, how to sound good, you know, how to prepare, things like that, and most importantly, how to be responsible. There is just stuff everywhere, isn't there? Okay, fine, I'll do it like a normal person. There are too many of these guys here. I actually don't know why I'm trying to get 50 rings. I don't need 50 rings anymore. I already got all the Chaos Emeralds. But yeah, enough of me ranting about things that aren't related to Sonic. I don't know what to talk about that's Sonic related. I need to get this thing off my screen real quick. Okay. Time is it? Only 2:16. Okay, so we're already over halfway through this game, and it's, I think, I don't know, been maybe 20 minutes? I'm not really sure. I don't really plan on checking the time. I don't gotta need to. Oh, do I actually have to go here? I do. I forgot how to play this stage. In a couple ways. Alright, there's a shield right here. There is one right there. No, that's actually just rings. Nice. Yeah, I don't got much to speak about on the game, I mean, because I've already played Sonic. I've already played through Sonic 1. Well, I mean, not just on video, but several times. That was pretty cool. I don't know how I did that, but I did it. Thought I was definitely gonna lose my shield. You know what? After playing Labyrinth a few times, it's really not so bad. It really isn't. I mean, it just takes some getting used to. Whoa. It really just takes some getting used to. Once you play it the first few times, you'll pretty much never mess up as bad as you did the first time, you know? And I was always very scared of this stage. back when I, you know, I think a lot of the times that I played this game was on the phone version. You know, most of the time that I was playing this game or beating it, you know, was through the phone version. You know, that's where I beat this game first with like Tails, you know, and Knuckles and all that. Which Knuckles was in the mobile port, I think. Yeah, something like that. I can totally make that, I think. Oh wait, I have to go down here. Actually, I don't have to, but this is a better path. Yeah, this is the only problem though, is I get caught and then I don't have a bubble. Yeah, that's the only thing that sucks about that, is actually I should just die. That's the only bummer thing about that. Actually, I don't want to have to do all of that again. I'm just gonna bubble instead. How? How? Oh my god, stop. Please, Jesus. Give me a break. Can you really believe that, like, one, like, research mistake by Sonic Team caused the entire, like, issue with water levels? Can you really believe that? Like, if all they did is do a little bit more research and realize that hedgehogs can actually swim, then it'd be, like, no big deal. Which, I mean, that's not... That doesn't bring up the fact that really all water levels in games are bad, you know? Or at least are always disliked the most. You know, like the water temple in Ocarina of Time, you know, or maybe a couple instances of water levels. No, Mario had pretty decent water levels, actually, now that I think about it. It's usually just Sonic levels, you know. More so in the classics. They aren't so much a problem anymore in the newer ones. Because there's always something new that you can do to avoid it. How did I do that? Come on, retract. Thank you. But yeah, this is probably the worst boss of this game, though. By far. Because it puts so much at you in one go, you really have to focus. You, like, really have to focus. And it's worse when it's underwater. Because you have less physics underwater, so... it's a lot harder. Well, I mean, it's not that you have less physics, just you have slower physics, is the only issue. That's weird, he's golden. So after I record this video, I'm probably gonna do my Sonic 2 video. Except I don't know what mod I'm gonna use yet. I have to kind of do that, like, now. I kind of have to check to see what mod I can use. What's funny is I checked all the games except Sonic 2 last night, which is pretty funny. Can I not pass through this? I guess not. I thought that was the end. ends up here, actually. It's weird that those guys are golden now. I don't know. Kind of cool, I guess. Yeah, here's the end. Starlight's always been my favorite of the zones. It's pretty, I don't know if it's underrated, but it's, I don't know. It's not talked about much, you know. It's a very, kind of like, peaceful, level compared to some of the other ones. You know, and especially after having to do frickin' Labyrinth Zone, it's pretty, you know, pretty easy. And I think that's what they intended, was to have an easier, level that comes after the very difficult level. And they knew this level was difficult, because I think this was originally, our Labyrinth was originally supposed to be the second level of the game, I think. And I'm assuming after, like, game tests, they were like, yeah, we can't do that. Or something to that effect. Nice. I don't know why I always go for those points, but I mean, they're there, so why not? Yeah, this is definitely the easiest of the few stages. And there's not as many paths, as far as I'm aware. There's not nearly as many, branching paths as I remember there to be in, like, the earlier levels. I mean, because in Marble... I mean, I think in Marble 1, there's only one path you can take. Oh, excuse me. But, like, okay, so how exactly do I do this? Oh, just stay still. Yeah, Marble's got, like, I think a couple branching paths. Green Hill has got the most. There's some paths in Green Hill that I don't even know exist. What else? Spring Yard has a couple, I mean, not really. Labyrinth really doesn't have any. This one's got a few. What else? I'm trying to think. And then, what's the final level called? Whatever the heck. I don't remember what it's called. I can't believe there's two ways to beat this boss. Come on. I'm pretty hungry, actually, now that I think about it. Alright, so here's Scrap Brain. This is probably, now that I think about it, even though it's so difficult and so crazy, this is definitely my favorite of all the stages. Actually, I'm gonna take the different path. I don't really ever take a different path. Actually, is this the different path, or is this the... I don't remember. Yeah, this is the different path. That was close. What? I actually don't know where those things come from. Or why they thought having fire like that was a good idea. Got some pretty good moves going here. Whoa, except that. I remember these platforms were always the most difficult part for me. For the longest time. I could, like, never get these right. I love the different color designs for some of these enemies because of the fact that Sonic's color palette kind of just doesn't exist. So some of the enemies are using a different color palette, which is cool. A little bit of variety, I guess. One thing I found interesting is that you actually can't get any Chaos Emeralds when you're here. Like, even if you get 50 rings and you don't have all the Chaos Emeralds, you actually can't get any here. So, like, your last chance to get any emeralds is pretty much, you know, what's it called? Starlight. And that's it. So I think out of 6 emeralds, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 chances. No, I'm sorry, 10 actually. You have 10 chances to get 6 emeralds, which in hindsight is not the best. The way they did it with Sonic 2, you know, where all you really needed was 50 rings and a checkpoint, that was way better, you know, because then you could have like tons of chances in just one level, you know, which is pretty cool. I think I mentioned on my playthrough of Sonic 1 the first time, I mentioned that there was a guy that did a playthrough of Sonic, but collecting all the rings, which is pretty cool. I didn't really need that, but I'll take it. Because there's no reason for me to die here. Yeah, see, that's why the spin dash has got so much benefit to it. Like, you can just skip through sections most of the time. Oh yeah, I forgot. I always go that way, I'm not supposed to. That was cool. That's cool too, I'm just chilling. Oh wow, there's no bonus points there, I don't think. Unless I missed all of them. There we go. I found out that you can do that little short skip thing. I guess not really a skip, more so just like a hey, go through this quicker kind of thing. And I'm gonna take some damage here, why not? Just so I can get through this quicker. If you ever want to skip this level, just make this jump right here. Do not go down here. You can make this level, like, cut in half, pretty much, if you just make that short little jump. Real simple to make. And there's nothing there to hit you that will avoid you from making it either, so it's pretty easy. And there you go, I'm done. Less than a minute. I actually did this shorter than Green Hill, which is pretty funny. It's really not that hard once you get it down. So here we go. Here's the final zone. And this will become way easier with the spin dash too. I'm curious if you can time out on this stage too. Like, you know, you take forever to do it, and, you know, you have to do the stage over. I wonder if you can spend a whole 9 minutes playing this level. I don't think I've ever done it. Dang it. I wish I knew the RNG to this level. That was kind of late. I just want to get some more hits in, because I only got, like, 2, I think. You get much more of a shot of hitting him if you're kind of in the middle, really, because then you can move out of the way, you know. You can either stand here or here. It's real easy to avoid. Unless he does, like, one above the other, which would suck. You'd have to spin dash out of the way, which you couldn't do in the base game. So. There's also a spot right... Oh. There's also a spot right here where you can... Yeah, like that. That was it. There's also a spot right here where you can, Yeah, you can do that. And bam! Eggman is defeated. And there's Sonic 1. Or I guess Shadow and Sonic 1. I want to see what the ending is. I'm sure it's something different, just Sonic replaced with Shadow. He's so angry. That's cool. And there you go. There is Sonic 1. Again, I guess. Honestly, I don't really know why this was a good idea, or if it even was a good idea, but, like, you know, I feel like it was good to give the classics a better shot at, you know, being, you know, shown off here. I'm probably gonna skip through most of this. I mean, I might, I don't know, because I don't have much to talk about, really. So, which I guess makes for a shorter episode, which is okay, or something. So I think that was about maybe an hour? I don't know. Maybe even less. Because I remember my Sonic 1 video was about, like... It was about... I don't know. Was it like... I think Sonic 1 was about 40-something minutes. I might need to go recheck, but Sonic 2 was at least an hour. I've always liked the idea of having the you know, the songs in the game replay in the credits, like this. There you go. There's your Sonic 1. So, that's really it. I mean, there's nothing more to it. That's just Sonic 1, replayed. So yeah, I mean, I don't have many comments to place. I've already played it many times before. I know how the game works. So, that's really it. I will see you guys next time.